terms of resolving before they get there, what steps can LGBTI couples take at the start of a relationship when the relationship's getting pretty serious? What's the legal advice you provide at that point?
Yeah, look, I always encourage people to have really non-romantic decisions at that point about what might happen if their relationship ends. Look, in Australia, we do have what's called a binding financial agreement, which is effectively like an American-style prenup, I guess people would have heard of that. And what that can do is set out for people, in the event their relationship was to end, how they'd like their property to be divided. And what that does is then prevent them ever having to go to court or ever coming to see a lawyer at the end, because they know that it's there. Look, they're not simple agreements, they're complicated. The law's really technical about it. Both parties have to have independent legal advice and have a lawyer sign off to say they've given them that advice. I actually think that's fabulous, because what it avoids is people's fear that someone's getting screwed over, for want of a better phrase, through that agreement. So everyone knows where they stand, and as lawyers, it's incumbent on us to give people advice about the impact of that agreement on their rights, because obviously they're contracting out of the ability to do anything at the end, and also the advantages and disadvantages of them entering into that agreement. I think there's a few groups of people. Often people these days are getting into second, third relationships, or they might have been married before, and they've got assets they want to protect. They might be once bitten, twice shy. The other thing I see a lot is older people whose children are encouraging parents who are entering into relationships because they want their inheritance protected. But also, similarly, parents saying to their children, we're going to have some family money that's going to flow to you, and we want that protected in the event there's a separation. So again, I think a really important non-romantic conversation for people to have, and then for them to go and see a lawyer individually and get some advice about whether that's right for them.